Oh wow, Robotnik's actually not... Robotnik doesn't show up here. That's weird. I don't know. I guess that must be a Sonic 3 Complete thing. Anyways, yeah, normally Robotnik shows up to kind of put that mid-boss in place there, and then you can hit him as he goes off to the side. That's rather unique. Oh, I got a 1-up there for getting 250,000 points. Lovely. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I was just outing myself as a big anime dork for liking Inuyasha in high school. Hey, the first 2 seasons were actually legit good, in my opinion. I love the characters in that show, and it had the greatest beginning and ending themes as well. And anyways, yeah, and the Supersonic theme in this game kind of reminds me of the first ending theme from that anime. Actually, speaking of... Oh, oh my god. Yeah, this is definitely the Sonic 3 version of this level layout. Yeah, that troll frog was not there. Definitely not there in the Sonic. Oh, I wonder if they kept this glitch. This is funny here. Yeah, there we go. Just got his greased feet there going along. This here is probably my favorite of the PC-specific tunes in this game. And again, it doesn't really seem appropriate to a final level. It's just, you know, just really chill, really relaxed. I love the way it sounds. This is actually the one PC-specific, like, Sonic 3 song that is actually, I think, like, legit great. Oh god, yeah, this is unquestionably the Sonic 3 version of this level, because, yeah, in the Sonic and Knuckles version, they replaced those Robotnik ones with rings, I think? Or no, the rings are in there. And then there's a switch out here that lowers a platform there. Anyways, yeah, play the game if you want to. Play the Sonic 3 and Knuckles version if you want to see the level layouts there. Actually, I think I'm gonna go this way for a change. I always just let that spring take me where it takes me. We'll see what's over on this part of the level. I don't know. It's just this tune here is just like really chill. I just love it. This is my favorite of the PC version ones, and it's and actually I think if you actually listen to the original MIDI version of this track that we're listening to right now, the Insta Shield got me the wrong one. I was gonna extend the speedrunner in me, ha ha ha, wanted to extend my hitbox to collect that ring box just a frame faster, and instead it got me the stupid Robotnik box. Anyways, I think the original PC MIDI version of this tune actually sounds even better, in my opinion, just by a hair. This Genesis one is good too. Oh, you know what? I actually want to get up there for a change, see what we can see. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Oh man. Oh well. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, this is a really good one. I think I've got this one on my stream playlist, like the playlist of video game music that I play during intermissions on my Twitch stream. This is one piece of music that I got on there. Yeah, just really nice. I've blabbed about it enough, I think. Anyways, oh yeah, as far as the difficulty curve, this is probably one of the easier Sonic final levels, or I don't know. Actually, I think Wing Fortress is probably a bit easier. Certainly no... I'd say probably Scrap Brain. Nothing since Scrap Brain has measured up to Scrap Brain. Scrap Brain was crazy difficult from Sonic 1. Sonic 1 definitely had the hardest final zone. Had really good final zone music too. It just had like a really... just like, I don't know, between the music and... Oh shit. I think I screwed that up forever. Damn. Actually, I think it'll respawn if I... Or actually, you know what? Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna say I can get Tails to airlift me, but he can't... That's actually a funny little quirk. Tails cannot airlift you underwater, because obviously he uses his arms to swim, which I always thought was a nice little bit of attention to detail. There we go. We're fine. Everything's fine. No need to panic. Anyways, yeah, just, I don't know, so none of the Sonic final levels, or I guess once we get to the Death Egg Zone, that has a real, like, big epic final zone feel to it, and it's just a great finale, but, yeah, before the Death Egg Zone, though, I think that, yeah, I think Scrap Brain, I have to give it to Scrap Brain for kind of best, most challenging, most epic final level. Well, actually, with that said, Yeah, I was talking about how the music in this zone doesn't really sound like, you know, a final level type thing. It's too chill, too relaxed. Although, to be honest, yeah, the original music, like the original Genesis music in this zone, like you know, the go, 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 that one didn't really sound much like Final Zone music either, so I guess it kind of balances out that way. Oh, there's Knuckles. I thought he occurred a bit earlier. Yeah, laugh it up, Fuzzball. Get wrecked, scrub. Knuckles is such an idiot. That's like his entire character throughout the entire Sonic series, is that Knuckles is just like, he's an oaf, he's a buffoon, an idiot, and other synonyms. Anyways, man, actually, I think I might actually be out of things to talk about in terms of the ROM hack at this point. Like I said, many other things I'd like to mention. Or actually, no, there's another thing that the ROM hack changed, which we'll see in a moment. So in the Sonic 3, you had basically a boss rush here of 3 consecutive bosses. And so yeah, you had the previous boss, this one, and then Big Arm, who comes up after this one. In Sonic 3 and Knuckles, they took out Big Arm. So basically, Sonic doesn't fight Big Arm in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Knuckles fights him instead, and instead he doesn't fight the first one. So it's like, you don't have that big epic final encounter like you had here. And in fact, yeah, they're even playing like the big epic final boss music here for this guy. But yeah, in the regular Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you don't fight this guy. They removed Big Arm from the original Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And in Sonic 3 Complete, they brought him back, which I'm actually not sure I agree with. Like, I don't know, I'm not sure I agree with, almost had it there. I'm not sure I agree with the notion of, like, adding, like, a hard midpoint between the two games. I liked the way that Sonic 3 and Knuckles kind of took this guy out to kind of smooth the transition between the two games. You don't have, like, this hard, abrupt transition point between the two. Whereas here, it's like, oh, we're suddenly, like, final boss for some reason. I don't know why. And it's like, whereas in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it's like you don't have this, like, abrupt, like, oh, Sonic, final boss in the middle of the game for some reason. Actually, will this work? Can I do this? Oh, wow, I've never tried that before. Wow, that's... I don't know why it suddenly popped into my head to do that, and why I've never thought to try it previously. That's gonna speed that fight way up from now on. Anyways. So yeah, they added Big Arm back, and I don't quite agree with that. Actually, another thing I don't really agree with is, I could be mistaken about this, but as far as I remember, you don't actually have the option to turn this guy off either. No matter what option you pick in the menu, you'll always fight this guy in Sonic 3 Complete. That's the one thing that they don't give you control over. And that's another nice little thing that the ROM hack added. Is... yeah, a nice little cutscene transition. The Sonic the Hedgehog 3 title screen, or Sonic and Knuckles title screen right here, which you don't see at all normally in the regular Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Yeah, basically Sonic and Knuckles opened on the title screen with the little bit there of the Death Egg falling to the earth, and then Sonic and Knuckles, big CG renditions of them popping up in the foreground. Don't see that at all in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but in Sonic 3 Complete, they at least partially restored it as kind of a transition between the two halves of the game. Anyways, we're on to the second half of the game now, so yeah, Super Sonic's gone now. We're working on the second bit of Emeralds. They changed up the way the Emeralds work, not in Sonic 3 Complete, but between Sonic and Knuckles. Yeah, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, yeah, worked the same way too, that's right. This isn't a change between those. Yeah, where basically you can take the special stages in any order you want, which is a bit weird. And actually, you'd think you'd go, like, left to right, and that would be the natural order, but it isn't. I don't even think there is really a natural order anymore. It's just they're kind of dispersed randomly. Like, if you play Sonic and Knuckles alone, like, the special stages kind of come to you in a natural kind of ascending order of difficulty, which is kind of, you know, nice and simple. But in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you choose the order and you don't really know which one is which, so you kind of get just kind of a random mishmash where it's like one is easy and the next is super hard and the next one might be easier or harder and you don't really know what you're gonna get. kind of a minor thing that I don't really like about Sonic 3 and Knuckles combined is that, you know, the randomness of the special stages. Though, to be honest, this is a pretty easy one, and a decent enough one to start with anyways, so I don't really have much to complain about here, at least. And honestly, it's not like you're gonna not combine them for that reason. Like, seriously. All the other stuff that you gain by combining the two together compared to that little minor nitpick, which I honestly think is the only thing that I like about Sonic and Knuckles alone compared to Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it's like, yeah, come on. Okay, that's right, I do it this way, that way, and like so, and we've actually got another one to go. Where could it be? Okay, don't get complacent. Okay, there it is. Anyways, so yeah, now that we're on the second half of the game, things are pretty much chilled out in terms of like the, you know, new ROM hack stuff part of the game. From this point forward, everything is pretty much the same as it is in the original games. Basically, I mean, obviously we'll be missing the Flying Battery zone after this. We won't be playing Flying Battery again after Mushroom Hill, but yeah, I guess this kind of, yeah, I've got like a big list of topics. Like I usually do that before my LPs. I have a bit, oh, you know, okay. This is one thing I want to comment on here. This is a little personality test for you guys, those of you who have played the game before. So after you guys come out of the first special stage ring in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, do you close the door behind you before you exit? Me personally, I always shut the door after I exit that first special stage. I don't know what it is. Force of habit, just like weird Canadian politeness, I don't know. Or just like the fact that Knuckles, you know, he's like looking around, kind of shifty like. He obviously wants to keep it secret, and even though it's badly hidden, I kind of want to oblige him. It's just, I don't know, personally, even ever since I was a little kid, I always closed the door behind me after that first special stage. And I don't know, if anyone out there who's watching this has played Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I'm really curious to see if anybody else does that. I should probably look it up at some point, just see other Let's Plays to see how many people do it. Oh, I think there's a one up here if I can manage the jump. There we go. Man, what have we got? 34 lives at this point? Yeah, I kind of know what I'm doing with this game. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, okay, certainly I suck sometimes, as demonstrated there. I can admit that. Mushroom Hill zone here is such a cool zone. This is a little criticism actually that I noticed some people have. And once again, I know the route. I know that there are a bunch of special stage rings that I'm missing all over the place. I'm deliberately avoiding them because I only want to get one per act. And this is, oh dear, this isn't the one right here. I'm not where I thought I was. Shoot. I might not actually get one this act. So much for me talking about knowing where all the rings are. I got so flustered I just took a hit. Or actually, no, this is not the way to a ring. But whatever. Whatever, we'll just miss one for one act, it's fine. I'll get them eventually. I've played this game enough times that I'm sure to luck into them, I'm sure. But yeah, my typical route through the game, although like I said, since I don't know where the rings are in Flying Battery, I typically don't get all of the, I typically don't get Super Sonic until Sandopolis Act 1, usually, back in the day when I was playing, when I would play Sonic and Knuckles alone. This might actually be a bit risky though, because I've lost my one guaranteed Flying Battery ring that I do know about. Well, I'm sure to get all the emeralds. I'm positive I'll get all the emeralds, but yeah, it might actually occur a bit later than I thought. Oh, incidentally, yeah, it's still playing the Sonic 3 music for the mid-bosses here. That's just, again, that's an option you can choose in the menus there if you want. Personally, I strongly prefer the Sonic 3 mid-boss music. I don't know, it's just really funky and awesome, and I love it. The Sonic and Knuckles mid-boss music isn't bad either. Oh, and incidentally, going back to another little bullet point that I have here on my notepad about the little changes from Sonic 2, mid-bosses are another addition that I really like. I don't know what it is, I don't know. I really like having a boss after every act. It just, I don't know, adds consistency. And also, again, the quality of the boss fights in this game is a lot higher yeah, greatly improved over the previous Sonic games. So it's just, I don't know, I like that they added the mid bosses. Oh, and again, obviously, another thing that I didn't even think to mention. The fact, I don't even have it on my list here, but I just thought of it now. The fact that you get different music between each act. Yeah, Sonic 2, same music between Act 1 and Act 2 in each zone. Sonic 3 and Knuckles, yeah, kind of a different take on each zone's music between Act 1 and Act 2. So it's like every single level you get different music, and it's really great. And actually, I really love that the PC music upheld that, which I guess it obviously had to in order to fit in correctly. But, oh, actually, if I'm not careful, I'm going to miss all the rings in this one, too. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought there was one there. Or actually, you know what? I did. What am I saying? I did get a ring in Act 1. That one that I started with. Yeah. Anyways. Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, for all my talk about, yeah, all the special stages are more maze-like in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, or sorry, Sonic and Knuckles half of the game. This is the one special stage that is actually perfectly linear. In fact, I don't even think you have, like, any room for exploration here. You just collect the blue spheres and turn the corners when you come to them. This is the simplest special stage to navigate in Sonic and Knuckles, although once it speeds up a bit, it can be a bit tricky to make your jumps and make the timing around the corners. Oh, incidentally, one thing I never noticed until, like, very recently, the Yellow Springs are new to Sonic and Knuckles. Sonic 3 special stages did not have them. And I just only noticed that, like, very recently playing through this game. It's weird that I never noticed it, but yeah.